It's more onus on us as real estate professionals to have an understanding of the real estate sector. This goes beyond just selling, unlike before. Before there's no pressure on developers, there's no pressure on real estate professionals to do their assignments. Now,
good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the inaugural edition of GIDI Sales Factory Week. It's a deep honor to stand here today at the beginning of what I truly believe is not just a corporate event, but a movement, a shift, a recalibration. At GIDI, our tagline is Building Africa. But let me just make something clear from the start. This is not just about buildings, not just about bricks, blocks, and balconies. When we say Building Africa,
about something that has helped me personally to build a very successful career in real estate. I hope we have our notepads because I'm going to be teaching. Right? So I'm talking about building relationships through the power of networking. I have a very important question for us this morning. If I asked you today for 3 names of people who would connect you to maybe $100 million deal, would you have names or you would have excuses for me? Listen, good. You can be the smiling realtor. Yeah. So you have to be able to leave an impression. The power of the people you know determines how much of money you will make. If I want to make $1 billion of sales today, it's very easy for me. All I have to do is meet people that earn 100 million, 10 of them, and I say whatever I have to say. You know there's a difference between sales and marketing. How many of you agree? Marketing is telling you about the product. Oh, this house is a 4-bedroom duplex. It has a swimming pool and all of that. That's marketing. What is sales? Sales is actually closing the deal. There has to be a transaction happening. And that's what sales is. So how many of us move from marketing to actually selling a product? It takes network to do that. A lot of us do not know how to sell because we are shy. A lot of us do not know how to sell because we are timid. There's WhatsApp. WhatsApp is for daily visibility. You can build close relationships. For example, if you meet a prospect, maybe at the mall, you see he's a great guy, he's wearing a very nice shoe, nice watch, very expensive. But you know that if you tell him about properties immediately, he won't accept, right? So what you have to do, just get his number, add him to WhatsApp, and let him just be seeing your daily updates. So your goal is to leave an impression. So whatever you can say to leave an impression within that short time frame is how you introduce yourself. And I can't teach you that. So for me, if I introduce, my name is Brian Chekuni. I run a real estate company. We've done businesses around. We're registered in the United States. We're registered in Nigeria, And I'm trying to sell those things for you because I will now begin to mention things deliberately. We're into constructions, land sales, investments. I'm mentioning those things because I want to see which one will pique your interest. Oh, we're also into commercial real estate. Oh, commercial real estate. I already find the target. Then I begin to dig into commercial real estate. Oh, yes, we've done shops, we've done apartments, we've done that. Are you getting my point? So you make it real. If you're expecting I'm going to say this, that's not sales. And anyone that is coming here to tell you that sales is, you must say this is not real. I don't know if I've answered your question. So you go back home.
If you want to get into any room, pump yourself up first. See, some of us look melancholic, sad. And there's a law that says that whatever you are, the energy you have captured in is the energy you're going to exude. What must we do differently? Why do they need water? The question, why do they need water? They need water because in that own area, there's no water. What can we do differently? Listen, guys. Look, your energy, life is about energy. This is the frequency at which you operate on. So if, for instance, they're saying, affirm it, and you say, the journey started now. It started even before we started dancing. Say, I will think.
I will think.
Yes. Like somebody will get up and say, I will think.
I will think.
Okay. What's the highest saying anybody has seen? The energy you carry must be such that you can attract others. When you get into a room, you must go in with presence. How do you generate the presence? Is by being strategic. Tell me about that process.
is segmenting. What they do is that when you pull out the net, if you cannot carry, you get helpers, collaborators.
Correct.
They help you bring it out from the boat. Then you come there.
Yeah.
Then you now start picking them according to their sizes, and according to the ones that are alive or the ones that are dead.
Why did you fisherman? Throw your net. You're collecting cards. You're collecting cards. You're collecting contacts. You're collecting all of that. Then you settle down. You sort. Is this within my niche area? Do I have capacity to talk to this one? Yeah, you'll be doing all of that. There are some, you throw it, you put it in one KIV, not yet. The problem with
Now,
you.
what you are doing during that waiting period, some people, they move up the track during their waiting period. You can't just sit down at home and feel like a prospective client will call you from anywhere, and you've not made a move, ask someone to refer you, nothing, and all of a sudden someone will just knock on your door and say, I want to buy property. If I'm sitting next to you, the next thing is to network. Let us know ourselves. Just know that if you are doing it alone, it will get more lonely. And there's going to be huge mistake and lost opportunities. Because it means that your friend cannot even tell you there's a conference going somewhere. I'm invited for a location, let's go, and you can prospect and see that client that can change your mind. It takes one deal for doors to open in your life. I'm not joking. I've had a client, just one woman has referred me to no less than 35 people. And those 35 people are strong people. That's why I'm your trusted advisor in this industry, because I don't just sell, we advise. Realtors are economists in disguise. Do you know? Realtor is basically everything: negotiator, advisor. In fact, small thing your lawyer said, because a lot of companies, what they reward is results. They don't reward process. Process is among, but they don't reward process. They can't promote you in an organization if you are not result-oriented, if you're not bringing in results. You can't be saying, sir, I did prospecting today, I spoke to clients today, I did inspection, 30 inspection. How much did you bring in? That's the step. That's the only thing they will ask you. How much did you bring into the company today? Every client knows that there's commission in any deal. That's the truth. If you do any sales and someone is telling you that they will not give you commission, call police for that person. Because being a realtor is a full-time job.
What's the hardest part about shifting from being a loan seller to becoming a true brand ambassador?
Nice to meet you, everybody. Good afternoon. So the difference between then and now is one, knowing what you're pursuing after, right? There is nothing you can get by being timid or by being indoors. There is nothing you can get by being quiet. There is nothing you can accomplish or you can achieve, right? So everything you're going to get, everything you're going to accomplish is out there. So it means that you can't win being introverted, and you can't also win just remaining on one spot. At every time, you need to evolve.
That particular step, and all of a sudden they are closing their own deal by themselves. Okay? So I let go of that mentality, that quick hustle. Let me do sharp. I'm just calculate commission, how much am I doing, and all of a sudden that is it. And another one is I'm thinking bigger than myself right now, because as a realtor that is just alone, you're just thinking about yourself. I will not say being selfish, but you're just thinking about just what can serve you at the moment. You're not thinking about what is visible for others, because you're building a team. So you should be able to also build a team whereby there's this openness of sharing ideas. You want to let go of your own idea because you can't know it all. So I had to open the floor for advice. And
I have a client in Canada So the relationship we built is I am helping him in Nigeria with different things aside real estate. Now, I was the one that helped him and said, you know what? We built a relationship to a level that I know the kind of work he does. I know how many hours he does a day. I know his wife's birthday. I know his children's birthday. In fact, there was a day that I reminded him that, Oga, we're on the phone. Oga, you know that next week is your anniversary. He said, it's true. I said, don't worry, I've gotten you a perfect gift.
Did we come up with any form of business plan? See, I'll tell you about myself. I'm looking for where to start. After university, I came into Lagos in 2013. This is 25. So I came into Lagos 12 years ago.
You're waiting for the growth of the
Because I was seeing myself as a what? Co-founder. So I was just removed and locked out. And I reached out to the guy and he said he has a board now and they advise him to, cut. And I'm like, okay. So all the future plans that I have, what do I do? Somewhere along the line, somebody came to sell real estate to me. And I asked the person, simple questions. How much are they paying you for this thing you're selling to me? And the person looked at me and he said, 20%. Trust me, I'm a salesman. So I calculated what 20% of the value of the land is and what 20% can do for me. And I told myself, introduce me. Introduce me. So what I would do, I introduce you, become my downline, yada. Ladies and gentlemen, 2017, my journey into real estate began. This is 2021. That's how many years ago? So, just like every one of us here jumped into the real estate without business plan, it was what? Hustle mentality. The company is selling it for 1 million. Let it be 1 million. Let me not go back to the company and I heard it is sold for 980,000. Yeah? Whatever you do, ethical practice, have integrity, build trust, let your words align with your action. Right? You are the realtor, you are the marketer, you are the one that does sponsored ad, you are the one that would also take clients for inspection by yourself. You are everything. Since you are all in all, understand that whatever you have decided, you are increasing your operations. So you have to know now you have to have operational efficiency. You want to behave well in the face of a prospect and behave anyhow in the face of other people that we feel or we perceive might not be able to afford our product. But I'm telling you that whatever you do, you must be consistent in who you are. Right? Because you might not know that person would introduce you to the person that will get it done. I've seen it countless times.
How we handle business, how we handle clients, how we handle transactions. Whatever those people may have done would have put some level of fear into the minds of others about real estate. But it starts with you and I. How are you going to handle real estate? Do you stay there, complain, whine, the government did this? Or do you learn to enforce professional standards and protect your buyers, protect your clients? We have the registration of titles law. This is the one that makes your transaction, registration of titles law. Then we also have the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. Then we have the Lagos State's Land Registration Law. Then these are the agencies, the Bureau of Lands, Ministry of Agri to have lands. That's what that law is to do. It's telling you these are the guidelines Lagos is giving you if you want to practice real estate in Lagos. Fancy
governor's consent, making it mandatory before you sell, you transfer. Then sometimes we view laws as punitive, as if it's meant to attack us. But no, sometimes it's Lasera trying to put their seal behind you, saying that I verify that this person is good to go. Allow lawyers who are in real estate, they often understand the T's, the I's, and the dynamics of the business to be able to advise you. So most times, I might not even tell the clients buy or not buy. And the client is telling me, should I buy or not? I said, weigh your risks, sir. If you have the appetite for this risk, because every investment has its risk. If you have the appetite for this risk, go ahead. In the long run, it will pay you. But if you don't have the appetite, feel it.
I know that you are the experts in money making, so I may not even be qualified to be here in the room. I've spent some good time, over 2 decades, doing wealth management, telling people how to spend their money, where to put their money, how to grow their money. And I can tell you that I have a testament of SMEs, that's small and medium enterprises that have grown from what you might call startup to multi-billion businesses. And so please permit me, in my humility, to share with you some of my knowledge and experiences. And I hope that at the end of the day, like they say in church, we'll have glory, cause to give glory to God. Property had appreciated, he had taken rent, he sold, he bought another one with a part of that money and a mortgage. And then he took rent again for a bit, he sold, and this time he started having multiple properties. Today he's a multi-billionaire in dollars. The rich ones, the billionaires of tomorrow are seated right in this room. But it's going to be based on the decisions you make, how you make them, how you plan. Like they say, if you do not plan to succeed, you just plan to do what? You plan to fail. You know, first generation wealth, second generation wealth. People have planned that their children's children will not be poor. Many people earn well, but they lack financial security. So I made a 20 million from a deal. Omo, that LV shoe that I've been eyeing, they go here and those guys, that big chain, they say that the chain is $2,000, I'm buying it. You wake up 2 months down the line, the money is gone. Gone, oh. And then you're back to square one. Your other guy who has learned wealth management, sharp, the first thing he did is 50% of that money, put it in an investment instrument. Landlord. You could buy a block, like I also shared, you could buy a boutique hotel. Just make sure you buy an earning asset. The temptation with when you can afford to buy a small village and build it for yourself. Okay? It's the ROI on that investment. That's what they bought. So every month, maybe they put it up for Airbnb or anything, they are collecting their returns. Invest in financial education and skills to leverage other investment windows. But please, nobody is too young to write a will. It might be, small discounts. Instead of 22, you see 18, 17. That's still fine. You're compounding still, but start.
It's good to have you all here. How has the Sales Factory week been since Wednesday? I want 3 people to describe it in one word. Just one word. Awesome. Insightful. Excellent. Impactful. We can go on and on. All right. So, I have the opportunity to be the moderator of this fireside chat with great minds right here.
Okay, so how can they anticipate regulatory shifts? Be on top of your game, as in, like we said, leverage technology. So there's this Google alerts that you can subscribe to on real estate matters. So once there's a news that is published on Google that has to do with the Nigerian real estate space, your email sent to you, you have an email alert that this and this and this is happening in the Lagos real estate space. So leverage technology for that. Be on top of your game. Read, continuous learning. Go for conferences. Engage stakeholders whenever you are in such conferences. That's how you are able to understand or know when there's going to be a regulatory shift.
Okay, presently there's none, but the common challenge that real estate or realtors do face at the early stages include getting clients, lead generation, conversion, and how to stay up to date with real estate trends. And she was able to shed a lot of light on Google Alerts and technology. But from my own end, there's no other investment as important as personal investment. So for a lot of realtors, personal investment is usually an issue, because when you tell, especially when realtors reach out and you analyze the problem they are facing, and you find out that they are not doing enough. And when I mean enough, they are not even doing up to 10% of what they ought to be doing for themselves. Do you understand? So this real estate business is not like manna falling from heaven. The top 1% that are making money from real estate, they go far and beyond. We are talking about networking. We are talking about spending loads of money on lead generation.
All right. I have two major takeaways from what you just shared now. You talked about investing in marketing, which is something that I see that most of us don't do. Last year, Temu spent $1 billion on marketing and advertisement. But today you can see everywhere Temu.
I tell you.
Everywhere Temu. Everybody is buying Temu now. Yeah. But what we don't know is that they spent $1 billion on visibility. So now Temu is even more popular than Alibaba, Alipay, and all of them. All of them, yes. But it didn't happen just like that overnight. They invested in marketing. They invested in advertisement. They invested in their products being seen, which is what they sell. So let us take a little part of our budget and invest back in marketing. Let people know what we are selling. There's a popular saying that says it's not the best product that sells. It's the best marketed product that sells. Is identity engineering. Yeah, most of us don't plan our day. We don't plan. It starts from planning your day. We don't plan our week, our month, our year. We don't plan. Then again, who are the people we identify with? Where are the places they find us? So this is very important as a real estate consultant. So thank you, Barrister Mayomi.
The four key principles, I think the barrister has alluded to one, is planning, financial planning. You've got to have goals. And you don't just have to have a goal, you have to have as many goals as possible, and you plan financially towards them. The next one is consistency. You can start today, and tomorrow you get tired, and then you never go anywhere. So it's a small drops of water that make consistent drops that make the ocean. And so you must do your financial planning, and you must execute it consistently. The other one is that you have to spend wisely. We shared a lot here during the session. Don't buy everything your eye sees. Don't execute every project that comes to your head. Build capacity. That's the fourth. Build capacity. What is it that I don't know? Never deceive yourself that you know everything. Sure. What are the things you don't know? Make plans to know them. Attend conferences, read books, watch movies or videos, go online. Like they say, who wants to be a millionaire? Dial a friend.
A niche that we should look at, real estate education. It is very important.
Thank you.